our journey began in Kota Kinabalu Airport with a 5-hour drive to the nearest town Telupit, followed by another 3.5 hours through the rough muddy roads into the Deramakot Rainforest. So we were in Sabah to try and find the Borneo Big 5, which are the Bornean Orangutan, Pygmy Elephant, Clouded Leopard, Proboscis Monkey and the Estuary Crocodile. And so Deramakot was probably the best place to start. As one of the most biodiverse places in the world, our guide actually informed us that there lives about 4 to 5 individual clouded leopards within this 55,000 hectare forest. And so that sounds crazy, but we were optimistic nonetheless. And when we finally reached our lodge, it turned out to actually be pretty decent, even though it was the bare minimum and filled with insects. And so after landing at 11 AM and arriving at 9:30, we finally set out for our first night drive. To be honest, it was late and we really couldn't find much. We were about to give up until our guide said that she had seen something up the road. And yeah, on our first ever night in Deramakot, we found a Sunda Clouded Leopard. And as quickly as we saw it, it disappeared in a matter of seconds. And one of my friends, Prasanna, who runs this amazing Instagram page, he took this photo. And so we waited for 30 minutes hoping it would come out again, but no. This other group who missed it by 1 minute or so had been there for 6 days with no sightings at all, so we were really lucky. And so it was the second day, we were back into the forest, and today we heard calls and a wave of trees shaking in the distance. We had come across gibbons about 400 meters away, and by the time we had prepared ourselves, they were long gone. And so we captured glimpses of them and recorded their calls from afar. Later on that afternoon, we did manage to catch some beautiful birds and a couple of bushy crested hornbills. At night, our guide brought us into the forest to try and find tarsiers and other creepy crawlies. We managed to find the odd-looking colugo and other small creatures like a bat and a very photogenic tree frog. And so it's day 3, still no orangutans and not the most eventful day, but we did find a red leaf monkey, which are playful yet wary. And as we drove further into the forest, we did take a break, where the guide showed us this plant where we can get soap from rubbing its leaves.
No way, look at that.
We also had a very dark dinner in the forest before trying to find more critters.
Organic.
It's our 4th and final day in the forest, and we had finally hit the jackpot. In the early morning, we saw an orangutan near the camp grabbing breakfast, and upon noticing us, it raced down with a fruit in its mouth before running deeper into the forest. Driving along, we came across a beautiful rhinoceros hornbill, and as we continued going, we then came across this mother orangutan feeding some distance away, totally unbothered by us. We stayed there and observed it with its child, enjoying a buffet of fruits. Further in the evening, the forest really came to life. We had come across many nocturnal animals like this Buffy Fish Owl, a Binturang, slow loris, and a Malay and Asian palm civet, and so sit back and enjoy the montage. to end off a perfect night, a star-filled picture of the Milky Way. And on our final day, we magically teleported from the forest onto the Kintabatangan river, which took about 5 hours. It's the second longest river in Malaysia and hence had a wild array of biodiversity. We were aiming to find the rest of the Bornean Big 5, which were the Bornean Elephants, Proboscis Monkeys, and the Crocodile. On the river, we saw Proboscis Monkeys all around us jumping from tree to tree, and we managed to capture quite a number of shots of them jumping. Unfortunately, we weren't able to spot any elephants or any crocodiles, but we'll be sure to be back. And so with that, we hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.